I think we also have to look at the size of the victory in the House, which is expected, the Dems to take it over. I think the expected number of seats is 30 majority after the close of this. If it comes about that and the GOP keeps the Senate, I think that's a reasonably okay outcome, even though I think the market would prefer the Republicans to, be able to keep the House. I just don't think that's possible. I don't think the surveys are going to be off as much as some people think.
Yeah.
I don't think, a split Congress isn't the worst thing. I mean, some of the greatest markets we had was in the biggest bull market during the Clinton administration, and we had a Democratic president and a Republican Congress. There was a split there. I think what is a little worrisome, if there is a blue wave, now I'm not saying there is, but if we say something like 45 seats majority
above
or
consensus.
more in, above consensus, and or the Senate, goes to even or, even Democratic, the question is, what does that mean for 2020? Because if the Democrats come on really strong, I mean, I'm not worried about undoing the tax cuts in the next 2 years. That's impossible, Trump being president. But 2 years from now, if the Democrats take over as president and Congress, they might undo the corporate tax cuts. So you got to worry about 2020 implications for 2020.
Right. Professor, obviously everybody knows by now how markets have behaved seasonally in a midterm year, or at least the 9 months following a midterm. Others argue that the president has essentially front-loaded policy in the first 2 years of his term, and I wonder if you think that seasonality holds up this time.
Yeah, and I'm questioning. Yes, we all know third-year presidential election after the midterms is usually a good year, but I do question whether that's necessarily going to be true, because the corporate tax cut has already happened. The lowering of the regulation has happened. It's already built in. Now we're contending with a tightening Fed, an aging, expansion here that is pushing some limits, higher interest rates. And if the Democrats come on really strong here, I think there's a lot more uncertainties that'll make next year not going to be the stellar year we usually get in the third-year presidential cycles.